Okay, before we get into this podcast, you need to know what happened during it. It was absolutely hysterical. So, 8 minutes to be exact into this podcast, a fire alarm starts going off. So, I did not edit a lot of this out. I mean, it went on a pretty long time, but I find it so hysterical. And more than anything, we need joy in our life. We need to laugh out loud. And so I found it pretty hysterical. So I left a lot of it in. So just know that it starts at 8 minutes, then the alarm for some reason like goes away and then it really kicks in. But oh my God. I hope you find this as funny as I do. So yeah, enjoy today's episode. Welcome to the Wisdom from Within podcast, where human stories inspire authentic connection and impactful leadership. My name is Jen Aks, and I am so psyched you're here. Let's get started. Jen Oliver. Oh my God. That music, by the way, that music is the music that was created for the TEDx stage that you create, that you support, that you just beautify. And I came to it and had the honor and privilege in August, and that music, because I wanted to dance, remember? And I had that music created. So I didn't even think about that connection until right now when that started playing, because
So
it's just so perfect. Oh my gosh.
It's perfect. Hi, friend. What
Oh,
a delight.
I
Congrats
am.
on this killer new platform. Of course you're doing this. And
Oh,
it's needed and it's a gift. Yay.
yay. Well, yay you, yay us, yay to our new friendship over the last year and a half or so, right? Year?
Yeah.
It has been incredible. Jen Oliver, you are amazing and have become such an inspiration and partner and example for me in my work and my mission. And I'm so grateful to you. So I'm going to celebrate you right now by telling all of you that are listening how excited I am to welcome this woman who is a speaker and communications coach dedicated with all of her heart in helping women speak from a place of authenticity and power. And after experiencing firsthand the exhaustion of people pleasing and silencing her own voice, Jen made it her mission to help other women communicate with clarity and confidence and courage. Through her highly connective and customized approach, Jen teaches women how to communicate real in ways that are relational, engaging, authentic, and life altering. Her coaching goes beyond stage presence, equipping clients with practical tools to speak their impact with impact in every aspect of their life, from high stakes presentations to meaningful personal conversations. And I can absolutely say, check to every single thing. You are incredible. Thank you for being here.
Uh, Thank you for such a warm welcome. I love it. I'm so about this work and I can't wait to have this conversation. I've been
Me
so looking
too.
forward to it.
I really would love for you to share your journey into your presence and your leadership in this work as a woman in the world, what you have gone through to get here, and specifically through the lens of, the body leading, and
Mm.
when did you listen and when didn't you listen and when were you off track, and like in really empowering the audience with this inspirational story of there's hope, we can all get there. So how did you do it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Woo.
lot.
I'm here
Woohoo!
for it.
Yes.
So, you know this, Jen, and I think a lot of people do, this notion that we are called to the very work we need ourselves.
Mhm.
And without a doubt, that was me. Here I am coaching speakers and coaching women, especially,
Mhm.
and so much about finding our truest voice. That's what I do with people, is getting embodied and getting into our body and getting out of this chatter in our head.
Mhm.
And yet I was the furthest from that.
Mm.
I was so disconnected from my body. I didn't even notice it, let alone that it was giving me cues, incredible sense of intuition and instinct, it feeding me all kinds of knowledge and understanding, but I just wasn't even tapped in.
Mhm.
until recent years because it was something I needed to teach. And then I went, oh, this is exactly what I need to be doing so that I
Mm.
can better coach it.
Mhm.
And I would say the way, let me give by way of my personal examples and
Yeah.
some relational things in my life, because why not? This is what you and I do. We go right in.
We go real, girl.
We go real. And I can tell you now, looking back as
Mm.
someone who in my relationships would enter a romantic relationship, and my body, now in hindsight, I can see it, would
Right.
say, nope, this isn't quite right for you. Nope. And I would hit override. And I know
Mhm.
so many people relate to this. So many of us do this.
Right.
Override, override, override. And so therefore, then I'd get into a relationship and then I was not always showing up as my true self. I would just keep muting, muting, muting. And I'm a very extroverted, powerful. I've got a lot to say. I'm wise, I'm bright, I'm a big light.
Mhm.
That I was shrinking certain things and certainly not speaking to what was true for me.
Mm.
And so doing this work over the last number of years of really getting connected to my body, you've
Mhm.
been a part of that, getting connected to my body, listening to her, understanding what it is she's saying and using that as information, data, wisdom, and then following that, speaking from that place has changed everything in my life.
Mm.
And I am not overstating when I say that, really.
Mhm.
It has
Mhm.
changed everything about the way I feel, the way I relate to people, the relationships I have now, how my work is brought into the world, you name it.
Mm. How?
I mean, I can go into all the how. Yeah.
Yeah, like, how did you start listening? How did you even make that how'd you cross that bridge?
Okay, first I was trying to be more connected to my body and notice what it was feeling.
Okay.
And then rather than muscle that into submission and go, that's something to be tamed or moved, it was like, oh no, what if I could be curious? I always used to say, I want to sit at the feet of my feelings and emotions, not because I'm ruled by them per se,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
because there's information and data there. There,
Right.
there's I'm being told something, and why not sit there for a minute with it instead of what I used to do, which was ignore it, push it away, rationalize it, numb it. Oh
Mhm.
god, numb it for
Mm.
sure.
Yeah.
And, I just started listening to it and allowing myself to feel the things and then going, "Oh, this is interesting. Okay, if I'm feeling this, first of all, it didn't kill me. I didn't die from feeling those feelings. Oh, and
Right.
in fact, wow, look what that just opened up to me." And then I did something really recently, Jen, which I don't even know if you and I have talked about. This year for 2026,
Mhm.
I've taken it a total leap forward. And I took this integrity pledge to myself that I would have a year of telling no lies, which on its face, I mean, I think most of us think of ourselves as truth
Honest.
tellers.
Right,
I'm
right.
not a liar, but
Right.
lying is saying yes to something that's a no. Lying,
Ooh!
oh yeah,
Okay, I
lying is
love that.
sugarcoating when you really don't want to say what's true because you want the other person to feel better.
Hold on one quick second.
Yeah, this is kind of exciting.
Okay, go ahead.
Lying is all of those different things, right? And so I thought, ooh, I really want to listen more accurately because I know that my truth lies in my body. I don't even like the word lies there because it sounds like contradictory. My truth is my body inhabits my truth. My truth inhabits in my body, as opposed to the mind, which is ego, personality, all my protective mechanisms, the various voices that influenced us that may not even have been my voices in the first place. Suddenly, when I go, I really want to hear what's true, I want to get in touch with the collective, my divine higher wisdom, my essential self. And there is where the truthiest of truths will reside, and then I can speak from that place. I'm not kidding you. We're only a few months into 2026. It is radically changing me. Radically.
Wow. Okay, we're gonna pause for a quick second because this
Ah,
crazy fucking alarm is going off.
I love this.
Do you
This
hear
is
this?
this is for your blooper reel. Tell me you're going to do a blooper reel.
Fuck
Let's just get
yeah.
up and dance to it.
Yeah. Boom. It's okay, Sophie. My dog is like freaking out.
Oh god. It's
Oh my
okay.
God. Sophie. She's like,
So,
Wait, hold on 1 second.
yeah. Can't make this up. Real life, people. I'm eating an apple. I know, Sophie, you got to get in on this.
Leave the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators.
Do you hear this shit?
Yeah,
It just said
not
evacuate
use the
building.
elevator.
Wait, am I supposed to leave the building?
No, because it was a test. They warned you it was a test, right?
They did.
Oh, then you don't have to leave the building.
May I have your attention, please?
Dude, do you live in like the Hilton? What is happening?
Fire emergency reported in the building.
Wait, is this a fucking joke?
Evacuate the building by the
No, this is what they promised you was going to happen because
they
said
did?
it was a test. They said it was a test, but this is the pre-recorded. There's not a real emergency.
Okay. My dog. Okay,
Really
she's
bad.
underneath my feet. I'm so fucking sorry. When the fuck is this going to end?
I don't know, but I love this, and this is going to make the best part of your podcast.
May I have your
Do
attention?
you hear? May I have your attention?
May I
Right on.
have your attention, please? May I
Oh, you have our attention, baby.
There
Giddy
has been a
up.
fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit.
You have to save this and
Oh,
this
one.
is the best podcast ever. Like, if we're not real, what are we even doing? Let's make some gestures that reference what's happening here. Emergency. Emergency.
May I have your attention, please?
You have it.
May
We might,
I have
we
your
might need to
attention,
reschedule.
please?
Don't worry. Oh my gosh. And I broke up my relationship just on Valentine's Day. So that's like fresh too, because girl, I listened to my truth. I listened to my body. Like,
Wait, are you okay if I put this on the podcast?
oh, of course, you can put anything. I
Wow,
mean,
you
it's all
listen to
good.
your body. Talk about that. I'm gonna put this on mute right now.
Yeah. Okay. We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming of fire alarms because Jen Aks lives in like the Four Seasons or something. And this is how this is the alerts they get in their hallways. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying was I even had this recently, which it was a hard but beautiful experience. So just recently in the last few weeks, I was in a dating relationship with a wonderful man, and we've been seeing each other for like 5 months. And suffice to say, I'm not going to go into all the gory details, but there was a moment where we were having a conversation over Valentine's weekend. I mean, like nothing, I did not see an end to our relationship coming at all. There's been so much that's been wonderful, but at the same time, throughout our relationship, I was struggling with being exclusive. I was struggling with us being so focused on one another, even though I was liking that. Instinctively, I knew I'm supposed to stay very open, and my view of love is so expansive right now. I was not meant to be in an exclusive kind of lockdown monogamous relationship. And that's been a big part of my journey this last few years. After someone who's been monogamous and married for like 35 years between my two marriages, which is a whole other story. I just recognized, because both of those relationships, I went into ignoring my bodily cues. And there was a price to pay for that, for them and for me. And so I was so determined this last year to not, again, go into my old patterns of turning whoever I'm dating, hitting override, and making them my next all in all, my next life partner. Like, here we go, right off into the sunset till we die. I really wanted to date amazing, beautiful souls and learn about myself, learn about them in a very ethical way. So I was labeling myself an ethical non-monogamist or a consensual non-monogamist, which just is a fancy way of saying I'm dating people. I may even date someone very consistently, but I'm very upfront about the fact that I may date others too. And that's going to be a completely transparent thing. It's never going to be hidden.
Right? Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
To be able to do that and execute that, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And a major stretch for me, because it's a totally different mindset. Culturally, it's even a different thing. It's not the typical thing. If you come from any kind of religious faith practice, as I did, that is completely anathema to what's right and good. That's like sin.
Mm.
So I had a lot of neural unwiring to do around my view of love, my view of dating, my view
Wow.
of romance, partnership. And so this has been a part of that journey. But he and I were seeing each other and getting more serious, and really a lot of it was great, and it was just becoming a lot more exclusive. And then I
Mhm.
realized and I was struggling all along, but I said, I really do want to give this a go at being just exclusive, you and I, because he was really wanting that.
Right.
And then over the last month, I was recognizing, no, I know I still need to remain open. I still want to
Mhm.
see him, but I need to remain open. I just had this sense. But I didn't want to be that woman who's like, "Oh yeah, I'm dating you, but my head's on a swivel for the next best thing, so
Mhm.
that when that one something better comes along, I'm tossing you." Like, that just felt shitty and disingenuous.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I committed to a year of truth telling.
Yeah,
So what is right?
exactly.
So we have always had a very open, vulnerable, beautiful exchanges. We get very truthful and honest with each other. It's one of the best things about our relationship that I found so
Mhm.
attractive, was we could go there and talk about anything.
Right.
And so we did that on Valentine's, and I just said, I want to approach this, especially you and I both have major travel coming up over the next 6 months. We're going to be apart a lot. Let's talk about how this could look.
Mhm.
And it was a no for him. He was like, absolutely not. It's a line in the sand for me. I want monogamy, and he deserves that. That is his truth, right?
Mhm.
His
Mhm.
truth is, I want to be he deserves to be loved well and to love well in a monogamous relationship, because
Right.
that is his what he is wanting.
Right.
I deserve my truth is, I want something more expansive. I want something that is, who knows what's possible, and whom I'm called to love, and I'm calling in something different. I truly don't know. I just feel it in my body, to your point. I feel a bigness and expansiveness happening in me that I can't explain. And I want to stay so open and malleable and not going into my old patterns and hitting override. And so I needed to be truthful with him. And it ended the relationship very abruptly. And it was, that was sad for a minute for me. But then
Mhm.
I also recognized he deserves what he deserves, and I deserve what I deserve. And
Right.
it's so okay. And it was beautiful for the 5 months we had. It was
Right.
great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that is so brave, that is so courageous, because it goes against what society defines as successful in terms
Yeah.
of relationship. And so I'm really curious to go back before that crazy fire alarm started, because you were mentioning that you were someone who was disconnected from that truth, from that voice. And then you started talking about how you came into alignment, you were listening to the voice, and it led you to this work. The gap is, and what I'm curious about, the void, is how did you make that shift? Like,
Mm.
how did you even know that the body was intelligent enough to guide you in your life into A, your purpose with what you're doing now, but B, making very tough, courageous decisions like you just explained?
Okay, so a couple things. First of all, I was trained in this work as a speaking coach. Casey Baker is one person who's a mentor to me, a number of others, where I was seeing that the clear indicator and clear path for a strong speaker, a strong communicator, is someone who's embodied. So
Mhm.
as I knew that, I was teaching it, and I was little by little employing
Okay.
it in my own life.
Okay, because that's important, because earlier when you were talking about, you know, you were disconnected, but then you were teaching it, like, the speaking, and I was, like, thinking, "How wait, where was that bridge?" Like, so
Right.
you started learning about embodied speaking, and you were like, "Wait, I've gotta do this for myself
In
before
my
I can teach
life.
a." Got it. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, if we're a strong presence embodied communicator in all areas of our life, that's going to eventually eke out onto the stage too. If someone takes a stage, not
Mhm.
everyone's going to take a stage or get on a podcast, but boy, if they're already showing up as that type of person and communicator
Mhm.
and speaking from that place, even if it's in an intimate conversation in their bedroom, let alone on a stage, I mean, it shows up everywhere. So we want
Mhm.
to be that more whole person in any exchange,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
One
Mhm.
person or 5,000. Okay, but then the second part was trial by error, and I was seeing and willing to look back over my life and look back over, my marriages that had ended, look back over my relationships with other people, my kids, my family, and I was starting to look for and doing the work and repairing things. I was seeing where things faltered, where I
Mhm.
denied my truth, where I entered a relationship I had no business in. And as I started breaking those down to really understand them so I could grow and shift and be different moving forward, I
Mhm.
saw over and over the breakdown of my body was telling me, oh my gosh, I now remember that feeling in the pit of my stomach on the first date with
Right.
my second husband. And I knew a good man. And someone asked me, oh, so you think this is the one? Because I decided he was the one that I would marry after 6 days of texting after meeting him on Match. Okay, that's problematic right there. Then I went to meet him for a first date to simply confirm that we could see each other in person and yes, indeed, we're meant to be married. That's crazy talk even right there. But
Oh my god.
besides that, I remember knowing it in my body and then leaving the date. My best friend called. She goes, "Well," and I go, "Yep, he's the one." And I remember the feeling of hitting override. And I felt
Wow.
it. I felt it in my whole sacral. Like now I know, oh, I feel this in my body. Oh, I feel this in my root chakra. I feel it in my sacral area. That's where I tend to feel things.
Mhm.
Or I get a constriction in my throat sometimes.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
so it sounds like you're really deeply aware now of
much
your body's
more. I think
signals.
I have a long way to go, mama, for sure. But I'm getting a lot better.
I mean, you're guiding people. You're this disconnection to reconnection now has now really led you to purpose and also continued growth personally, it
Yeah.
sounds like, right? We all are. We're all
Oh, yeah.
continuing to grow. But I'm curious how you help people with this in your
Oh,
work.
yeah. Everything from identifying the chatter and the voices in our head
Mhm.
and then going, okay, wait a minute. I hear all those. What if I could take a breath for a minute and just drop lower? Get from the head
Mm,
and get a little lower. Take a breath, listen there.
right.
Listen to what I'm feeling, listen to what's brewing there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Slowing down to even notice that. Movement, whether it's dancing, stretching, running. One of the things I do when I coach people, I'm like, go move your body. When you're
Mhm.
trying to create content and create your talk, or you're trying to come up with an idea, step away from the laptop and go move your body.
Mhm.
And that's when the creativity and the ideas and the wisdom starts to flow, the truer stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I coach people in all kinds of manner because every person is different too. So I coach them
Yeah.
to find what is true for you. For
Yeah.
some, it's using their hands to write, to paint,
Mm.
to sketch, to color, because the
Mhm.
hand to brain, as you know and teach, the
Mhm.
hand to brain connection so profound.
Yeah. Wow,
Whole
I
bunch.
love that. And I really oh, sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, no, I'm
Oh.
with
I love the visual, sort of like, I don't know, when you were saying that, you start in your head and then you coach them to drop into that heart center and then or throat, I think you said, and then down into your heart. And I'm almost like seeing an elevator,
ooh,
like this breath, right? Just like dropping lower and lower. Do you ever do that?
yeah. Yeah, I'll do it both ways. So I'll drop them
Mm,
lower and lower and lower. And then
mhm,
recently I was coaching one of my speakers and she said, I'm so throttled the minute I step off a stage. I'm a more introspective, introverted person. And that takes everything out of me. And then I've got to go once
mhm,
having delivered my speech to go to the lobby and engage with people and feel connected. So we actually worked from her toes up
mm,
to start to feel into her feet, then her legs, then her calves, because she doesn't have the luxury of going back and taking a nap in an environment like that. She needs to
mhm,
be on. So
mm,
how could we help her recharge her battery
mm,
so that she could go and be really present with the people from the audience who now want to meet her after giving her talk? So we started from the bottom up and just started building and recharging and
wow.
connecting her. And it was all about feeling, feel
Mm.
your toes, feel your legs, what muscles are contracting and moving as you're walking through backstage, as they're removing your mics and getting
Mhm.
you like freed up from all your technology so that you can walk out. Where's your breath? We just started doing stuff like that because it
Mm.
doesn't take much to get
Right.
back into our body if we take a beat and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. Speaking about the body and the wisdom within and how it really can be such an asset for leadership. And you're such a perfect example of that because you clearly have taken your life journey and again, that disconnection to reconnection and now empowering people and giving them the tools to listen and follow. I'm just wondering about your perspective around that. Just like, you know, we're really trying to empower people with emotional, kinesthetic, and somatic intelligence on this podcast, and
Mhm.
really trying to awaken this knowledge that we are so wise and we have so much capability within us. And I talk about my story of struggle and disconnection because I didn't think I was smart when I was younger, and
Mhm.
then sort of how I came back into my knowing and my connection and how it has really served me because now I'm doing the work that I'm doing. And I
Yeah.
want people so desperately to understand that they have this innate wisdom that is meant for them. And so and specifically to lead their children like the things that you're doing, you're such an example to your children that
Mm.
you're standing in your voice and your truth to say, "These are the kind of relationships I want. This is the life I want. I have a no non-negotiable, no lying this year." Like, you're doing the thing and you're leading so beautifully. So I'm just curious if you can speak to that leadership piece.
Yeah, it's so funny. So I was inspired to do The Year of No Lies by Martha Beck in her book,
Mm,
The Way of Integrity. Okay.
yeah.
And I was re-listening to the last chapter of that book, and she was talking about a profound change for humanity,
Mhm.
and that this can go viral. This can spread in like contagion, like COVID did. But let's put it on the positive side. That the way we show up, these types of mind shifts and behavior shifts, the ones you're advocating, the ones I'm advocating, can create a groundswell that I believe, without question, is like what Martha Beck described. There is going to be a wholesale shift in humanity as more and more of us embrace, oh, this is the way we can operate. This is the way I can show up in the world. This is
Mm,
the way we can live and speak and connect with other people with our truth. This is the way I can be embodied as long as I'm here in this human body. This is the way I can respond and engage with other people.
mhm,
So, to your question, I really see this as a groundswell, a movement. You and
mhm,
I attack it from a little bit different angles,
mhm,
but there isn't a doubt in my mind it will shift. It is shifting things. It's not even an it will, it already is shifting things because it is contagious, it's infectious.
mm. I love
It's
that.
showing other people too what is
Mhm,
possible. I always say, may your voice, may what you bring into the world offer other people invitation and permission for
mm,
something so wonderful.
mhm,
And and so that's what I see us doing. And
mhm.
and unwittingly affecting other people in the process.
Yeah,
People will never meet. I sense
right.
that too. I sense that so fully.
Mm. You spoke about how we come at it from different angles. I'd love for you to talk about your angle.
My angle is, first, it's flipping everything upside down. So a lot of people think when it comes to speaking, communication, presence, there's all these external factors: how you show up, what do you do with your hands, what do you do with your eye contact, how is your voice, what is the way you stand and command a stage. Okay, I'd like to set all that aside because I
Mhm,
actually think that's about maybe 20% of a skill set,
mhm,
and polishing and refining, and that 80% is the inside job. How are
mm,
you so connected to your essential self that you know yourself so well that then you listen to yourself more deeply, you understand what you're hearing, and when you go to express yourself, when you go to have the conversation or go to deliver the talking points, it is you bringing a more whole person to that exchange,
Mhm.
because people feel that energetically. Whereas as human beings, we want to resonate with each other. We want
Mhm.
to connect. We want to build
Mhm.
community. We want to feel unity.
Mhm.
I believe when we are dropped in that way and showing up and doing the work of finding our essential self, getting really comfortable with that person we find, and
Mhm.
showing up and allowing that to animate our words, that to inform what we say, how we behave, what we do, it changes everything. So
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
do this kind of inside out focused as opposed to external performative,
Yeah.
polished cosmetic fixes.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're someone that sees a lot of speakers because you sit on the board of the TEDx Folsom. You run all these workshops. You train all of these speakers. I'm curious, like, what is that difference? I mean, can you give an example of someone, you don't have to
Mm,
give any names or anything, but like someone that takes the stage and really embodies, and then the reaction and the response to that versus someone that is just stuck in their
mm.
mind?
Okay, so everyone should look at your TEDx talk. It's actually, and I'm not saying that you're on my playlist that I promote to all of the people in my cohorts, because you do that beautifully, Jen. So
Wow.
shameless plug, but yes, you do.
Well, I appreciate you. I'm curious why. I mean, forget it's me, but it is me, which is great. I would have asked this of the example of anybody else.
You felt so deeply connected, not just to the gift of your idea that you wanted to give the audience, but you were connected to yourself. You
Mhm.
even remember you changed your clothes. You
Yeah,
were
took my
gonna
shoes
wear
off.
this one thing, and then you went, "I'm wearing jeans and I'm going barefoot." And I'm like, "Girl, yes to
You
that."
said, "Fuck yeah." That's
Yeah,
what you
I
said.
did. I'm like, "Get on that red dot with your cute little toes." Like, yes. I and then the way you were, I felt the way you wanted to connect with the audience, and that's hard to do from a stage where you got bright lights, you can barely see the audience,
Yeah.
and you're such a connective person anyway. It was just beautiful, and so it was the way you showed up, the self-assuredness you felt, that there was a leaning into, you knew what you felt, you knew your truth, you knew what you wanted for them to have as a takeaway,
Mhm.
and that just poured out of you in a really organic, lovely fashion.
Mm.
It just felt really good.
Mm, of
And not, I mean, yes, you were also like, well, you wanted to look good, you wanted to sound good, you wanted to
course.
have your words right. Of course. Like I said, that's the 20%. We need
Right,
that
exactly.
too.
Right,
But
right.
you really did also, I sensed you wanted it to feel real,
Yeah,
and not just
yeah,
perfected, impressive. I
right,
always say I want to coach speakers who are determined to have impact over just being impressive.
right. That's
And
beautiful.
and by virtue of being of impact, you're impressive, right? So
Right.
yeah,
Right, so
I
you're flipping that, which is
yeah,
great, right?
yeah,
Some people wanna be impressive, they don't understand the impact part, but if we do
yeah.
the impact, then the impressive is just a result.
And let me give you one more example. Okay, one of my
Please.
speakers from season 2, Brooke Wineland, she had a killer talk on AI and how AI can be used for good, right? She's
Mhm,
this quirky, looks like a gorgeous Barbie doll, the most wonderful, beautiful young woman, super quirky, a software engineer. She's a freaking genius. And was she had her talk, but she was also battling energy and nerves like so many do. And so we were teaching her, okay, again, in those moments where you're not sure what you're going to say next, or you lose your words, get
mhm,
out of your head, drop into your bike, because that girl, she can be in her head and her thoughts are moving so fast she
yeah.
can barely keep up with them. She's so dang smart.
So how does she
And
drop into her body in, like, the middle of a talk?
right. We taught her feel into your body. And do you know what feel into her body looked like for her? She would go like this.
Oh my god, so for
She'd
those
like
of you that are
wiggle her
not
shoulders. She
seeing
would go
it,
like this.
yeah,
And
she's
so she
shaking her
totally
head, she's
did that.
shaking her shoulders.
Yeah, and she's shaking her shoulders.
On the
And
stage.
it's so awesome. And it's so
Love it.
her. And you
Oh,
see her do it in the talk, and it's like,
perfect.
it's quirky and true and real and her. And she'd go, what more do I want to tell you?
Oh my God.
Yes. Oh, that's right, you guys. And then she'd go like this. It
Oh,
felt so real. Like you
oh
just
my
went, this
God.
is such a real person with real
Yes.
feelings. And the audience, audiences lean into that.
Yeah.
They don't love screenwriters in Hollywood have taught us this. Screenwriters will never write a perfect character. They always have to put in a flaw because they realize audiences do not like a perfect
Right.
character and they'll root against them. But if they have a flaw, they lean in and they're rooting for them.
Oh my gosh. Well,
So it is with us.
that is what I was gonna say. Like, this is a very important point to highlight for
Yeah,
people, that the mess is perfect. Like, in my opinion,
totally.
there's no perfection. There's no perfect. I don't even strive for it. I don't even want it. I like messy. I like spontaneous. I like flow, whatever shows up.
Yeah.
And that is such a beautiful example. If we can all embody that, if we make a goof in whatever we're doing, whether we're teachers or parenting. I had an interesting experience recently. I'm sort of parenting my son through this moment, and I said to him, "I don't know if I'm doing this right, okay? I'm really not sure. I'm trying, and I'm sorry if I sound confused, because I kinda am. And,
I
like,
love
I don't
that.
know, and I might, like, sound weak, and I feel like I should know all the answers, but the truth is I'm not sure. So bear with me, kind of thing." And I my whole body, I felt great in saying that. And I was also like, "Oh, this is not what society says. You should have all you should be perfect. You should." But I was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it."
Well, and I love your candor with that. Can imagine how beautiful that would be to have more people going, "I don't even know, but I'm doing the best I can, and let's figure it
Exactly.
out together." And I
Yeah.
mean, can you imagine what would change? But, we often I get it. I say it with no condemnation. I say it with compassion. Some of us are in such a protective mode,
Yeah.
and that feels so unwieldy. I get
And
it.
it's so natural, and it's part of the human experience, and we
Yep.
have to get uncomfortable to figure out what comfort feels like and what we're aligned with. So we
Yeah.
gotta go through all of it. I love your journey, and I love the example that you're setting forth on all levels, and that can you say the, commitment to yourself one more time? It's so beautiful
The
this year.
commitment that I will not tell any lies this year, that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if we can walk away with that, right? Just staying true, really what that means, right? Is staying true to your body, staying
yeah,
true to the intuitive nudges, listening to those nudges. It
yeah,
is not just a feeling. It is data. Okay? It
it
is
is.
data. And there is so much information, so much research that supports it. So if those of you that are listening are like, okay, I need the data, just reach out to me because I'm happy to share it with you, because this podcast is all about awakening that power from within and helping people really understand the power of it, to listen to it and be led by it in every aspect of their life. And you're doing that so beautifully. So I applaud you. Thank you, Jen.
You are a master at it because really what you're saying, as you just said all that, I thought that is also the way towards integrity and truth is listening and honoring our body. That's also not lying.
Oh,
Right?
yeah,
'Cause we're committing to a year
exactly.
of no lies. It's not just about, "Oh, I lied. I took $20 instead of 40, from the
Well,
the the the
mhm,
cashier." No, that's the least of it. The lies are not listening to our own body or denying what our body's telling us.
exactly. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
Which is so great.
we're
Oh my
in
god,
it.
Jen, tell people please where you are, how they can reach you. Jen, I experienced Jen, I just want you to know, as my one of my speaking coaches, and she's incredible. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure you know at this point because we've already been together now over 30 minutes. And she's phenomenal and can guide you and connect you with yourself, with your voice, with your authentic purpose. So,
Mm.
Jen, tell us. Go.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
I can be found at realjenoliver.com. So that's easy. And then my handles too, IG, is Real Jen Oliver. LinkedIn, Jen Oliver. So there you go.
I love it. And
Yeah.
I was a guest on your podcast,
Yes. So
The
good.
Real, right?
Listen for real. Listen for real.
Listen for Real. And that one, wow, did I cry my eyes out, I think, on that one.
Oh, it was so beautiful what you gave. I can't
Oh,
wait for them to hear it. It was
wow.
so moving and beautiful. And talk about offering people liberation. That's what you were doing with everything you shared, which was so deeply personal. You
Yeah.
offered something so deeply personal.
Yeah.
Y'all got to hear it. It's beautiful.
When's it coming out? Next month or something, you said?
No, probably in the next, let's see. So right now we're recording in end of February. So it'll be first week of March.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So listeners, if this is past that date, please go back and listen to it,
Oh, you
because you'll
got
get
it.
a real sense of Jen. And wow, I mean, I don't even know why I just said that. I mean, my heart was really on my sleeve, but that's okay.
It was
Thank you all. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone, for being here on the Wisdom from Within podcast, where human stories awaken your innate leadership within you. We need your voice. We need you. Listen to your body. We are so ready for you. Thank you. Thank you. See you next week. If something in this conversation spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Send it to someone who might need that message too. You can also send me a comment, because I would love to know what it is that landed for you. But most importantly, take a moment to pause and listen to what it is that resonated, because that's where your real guidance system lives. The one you can trust, the one you can rely on. See you next week. Wow. Okay. We're going to pause for a quick second, because this crazy fucking alarm is going off.
I love this.
Do you hear this?
This is for your blooper reel. Tell me you're going to do a blooper reel. Let's just get up and dance to it.
Yeah. Boom. It's okay, Sophie. My dog is like freaking out.
Oh, God. It's okay.
Oh, my God. Sophie. She's like, wait, hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Can't make this up. Real life, people. I'm eating an apple. I know, Sophie, you got to get in on this.
Leave the building by the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators.
Do you hear this shit?
Yeah.
It just said
not
evacuate
use
the
the
building.
elevator.
Wait, am I supposed to leave the building?
No, because it was a test. They warned you it was a test, right?
They did.
Oh, then you don't have to leave the building.
May I have your attention, please?
Dude, do you live in like the Hilton? What is happening?
Fire emergency reported in the building.
Wait, is this a fucking joke?
Evacuate the building by the
No, this is what they promised you was going to happen, because
they
they said
did?
it was a test. They said it was a test, but this is the pre-recorded. There's not a real emergency.
Okay. My dog. Okay,
Really
she's
bad.
underneath my feet. I'm so fucking sorry. When the fuck is this going to end?
I don't know, but I love this, and this is going to make the best part of your podcast.
May I have your attention?
Do you hear? May I have your attention?
May I
Right on.
have your attention, please? May I
Oh, you have our attention, baby.
There has
Giddy
been a
up.
fire emergency reported in the building. Please evacuate the building by the nearest exit.
You have to save this and
Oh,
this
one.
is the best podcast ever. Like, if we're not real, what are we even doing? Let's make some gestures that reference what's happening here. Emergency. Emergency.
May I have your attention, please?
You have it.
May I have
We
your
have-
attention, please? There has been a fire emergency reported in the building.
How long is this going on? I have a podcast
I am not
guest
sure.
here. Okay.
I love this so much.
Okay.
I'm literally crying. I am.
Oh my God.
I wish they had like a video of the people who maybe didn't know it was an emergency who are like running out of the building right now. Like, can you even see?
Oh my God. No, because.
Emergency reported in the building.
Okay.
Please
Let me look. Hold on.
by the nearest exit. Do not
Make
use
sure
the
there's action. You can't make this up. Oh, for God's sake.
Okay. I think my dog is about to like have a fucking heart attack.
I don't blame your dog.
Hey, because this is terrible for their soul, isn't it?
Oh God, this is yes.
Is this like? Is this? I don't even know. I mean, she's not like turned upside down, and her eyes aren't going behind her head or anything, but
Right.
she is
She's like-
shaking.
Yes, of course she is. So, honey, it's okay. Mama's there. Mama's
Can I-
there, baby.
May I have your attention, please? Yes.
You have it.
I want to get back to this break.
I know we're really getting into it.
We might need to reschedule.
But don't worry. Oh my gosh, and I broke up my relationship just on Valentine's Day. So that's like fresh too because girl, I listened to my truth. I listened to my body. Like,
Wait, are you okay if I put this on the podcast?
oh, of course, you can do anything. I
Wow,
mean,
you
it's all
listen to
good.
your body. Talk about that. I'm gonna put this on mute right now.
Yeah. Okay, we interrupt this regularly scheduled programming of fire alarms. Okay, if she cuts that out, you guys, there was a fire alarm. Anyway,